final panel discussion before lunch is titled Unlocking Potential, Redefining Success for Women. This session aims to redefine success beyond traditional boundaries. We explore metrics like mentorship, policy, and societal change to unlock women's full potential. This session is moderated by Ms. Shital Pawar, Executive Editor of Sakal Media Group. The panel features Mr. Saurabh Shah, Director and Head of People Ops at KRAFTON, India. Ms. Neha Rai, Litigation Lawyer at Delhi High Court and Co-Founder and Operations Head at LexGrid Legal. Ms. Sarika Kulkarni Pathak, Founder and CEO of Cresa Greentech. Ms. Meenakshi Jhamtani, Executive Director of Jhamtani Group. Please join us in welcoming this panel.
Good afternoon, everyone. We'll start, right? Yeah. Myself, Shital Pawar, alumni of MIT COE, computer engineer by graduation, and now a media person. I know it's been a long journey even for me. I think after my graduation, this is the first time that I'm coming back to MIT. So altogether a very different experience, and even more happy because the topic which has been given to us, because it relates with the education that I did after completing engineering. The topic that we will be discussing today is unlocking potential, redefining success for women. And on panel we have Saurabh, Neha, Sarika and Meenakshi. The diversity of our panel is such that even if we share our experiences for next 30-40 minutes, that will be huge to cover what exactly means unlocking potential and defining success. So without wasting much time, I'll request you all to introduce yourself in short. We'll begin with you, Meenakshi.
First of all, thank you very much MIT alumni team, Neeraj sir and Shital ma'am for inviting us. It's really a nostalgic moment for all of us. I am Meenakshi Jhamtani, 2007 ENTC pass out from MIT College of Engineering. I had been placed in IBM through MIT, worked there for 3 years, got trained in SAP through the SAP Labs Bangalore, and after my marriage, I got into family business of real estate. Started very small from accounting, headed over to finance, then HR, admin, all back-end operations, and gradually took over the front end. Now I am the face of Jhamtani, heading the marketing and sales, CRM, ERP, everything. I mean, all the operations of the company are being headed by me now. So it's been a great journey. And I hope that I can address today's topic of unlocking potential and redefining success for women in this age. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Sarika.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarika and thank you very much. I'm very privileged to be here today. Thank you for inviting me. I am 2011 mechanical pass out student from MIT. And after graduation, I have over decades year of experience in design and development in India and in USA. And while working in USA, I got an opportunity to work with Johnson & Johnson for the hygiene product development, which got patented. So that's how my passion started in hygiene field. And after coming back to India, I explored more problems in this field and started my own venture, Cresa. And this is how my journey till now. And I'm very excited to this session ahead. Thank you.
So proud. Neha, please.
It's so good to be back home. So, hi, this is Neha and I am 2009 pass out, MBA. And after MBA, I switched to law. So now I'm practicing law. I'm a litigation lawyer in Delhi High Court and in Honorable Supreme Court of India. And I run my own firm. And I really hope as she mentioned that it just we share our experiences and that only go on for hours, it could go on. So I'm really looking forward for the session. Yeah.
Saurabh.
Thank you. Already feel like a toddler minority sitting, for a panel which is about unlocking potential redefining success for women. I think what better example? Out of 5, I'm the only guy, so the success is already here. Pleasure to be back home. Neeraj, Shital ma'am, Tara, every member of the Alumni Association, hugely thankful for making this dream a reality. I've been fortunate to be associated with MIT for the past 18 years. In my current role at MIT, I'm the secretary for the MIT Alumni Executive Council. In my full-time role or my profession, I am a people ops director. I work with a global organization, KRAFTON. We are a gaming company, and few of our famous products are PUBG, BGMI. So I'm the ops director. Started my journey in 2007. I'm a PGMP pass out in 2007 from MIT School of Business at that point of time. Was fortunate to get opportunities to work across the globe with the Tatas, with Photon Motors, with Capita, with Haber, and now with KRAFTON. And obviously, I mean, homecoming is nostalgic. It gives you goosebumps, and I'm really honored to be part of an esteemed panel. Thank you.
I welcome you all in MIT as well as for this panel. Let me tell you, we are not here just like आ गए हैं और अभी बात करने वाले हैं. We have prepared, we have discussed, thanks to Neeraj and team that they made this happen. So the topic is redefining success. So first we have to define success, and it also says unlocking the potential. That means we believe that women have potential. And I starkly remember in one of our discussion, both of Meenakshi and Sarika mentioned, when we talk about potential and success, I think it's about balance. That word balance was stuck in my mind. So when we say unlocking potential, that means we believe that women have potential to balance their life, their family, their business, their job, and everything that is around us, balancing the relationship, maybe balancing the society, balancing the ecosystem that we are around. So I think Saurabh comes from, like he always say, he's a people man, and right now he's working in the sports domain. Neha is from law, Meenakshi is from real estate precisely, and Sarika is working for women, health and hygiene with the help of technology. So a diverse background, as I said earlier. I would like to start our session with a question for all of us, which you can answer one by one. When we are saying unlocking the potential, let's first discuss the kind of barriers women experience in the field or domain that we are working on. For example, in media, precisely in print medium I am working right now, working timings, the kind of expectation this job demands is very critical when it comes to a woman to work with, because lifestyle issues, daily late night working shifts, travel time, all these are concerns when I am talking about media. So what you experience in your each respective fields and how you see women coping up with it. So we'll begin with you, Saurabh.
Sure. Thank you, Shital. And I have been privileged for the past, I would say, 20 years to work in a space which is dominated by the opposite gender. So, right from college, we were 5 amongst 60. And I think that ratio has not changed in the last 20 years for me. When I was heading a team of 50 human resources professionals across the globe, we were just 6 of us in that team. In my current setup, we are just 2 among 11. So I think for me, I've been fortunate to experience that potential at home, at school, and now in my profession as well. And I've always been fascinated with the essence the opposite gender brings to the table. And I've been fortunate that I've been able to taste success along with all of those amazing colleagues. From a barrier perspective, I think there are very well-known barriers which Shital you mentioned. I think beyond the flexibility, the challenges of the balance, I think one of the strong barriers which our women colleagues face is the perception barrier. The perception that ye nahi kar sakte hai. That is one of the strongest barriers which are there in the minds of us as guys, as well as it is there in the minds of women colleagues as well. Because they are they are made to believe that this is something which you cannot do. And gaming, I mean, gaming is no different to this. A few years back, if you would have asked that what's the percentage of women in gaming, probably it was negligible. That has all changed in the last 3 years, where the recent panel who met our Honorable Prime Minister, that actually had a woman influencer in gaming who was part of that small cohort of 4 or 5 people who met the Prime Minister. Similarly, the number of women working in gaming also is significantly higher. And I'm extremely proud to say that at KRAFTON, we actually have women leaders in roles where they are paid higher than their male colleagues. So, which is a significant change in the perception. So, first one is the perception कि ये नहीं कर सकती है. The second barrier is created by us as men. And when I'm saying us, it is me. I'm sure all of you are different. Is, the essence of being sympathetic towards the opposite gender. They always say, and I tell this to my mom, whenever I make tea, you feel very happy about it. कि यार आज सौरभ ने चाय बनाई. But my better half makes it every single day. Why can't we feel happy about it? Why are we celebrating me making tea at home? That's not the case, right? So I think that's the second barrier which we have, that we make the person feel sympathetic. We make the person feel that oh, you are balancing all of this, you are superwoman. No, you are not superwoman. You are human being is how I look at it. And I say that with respect, because the moment you put them in a sympathetic position, then you're feeling as if you're doing a favor. And I'm being very candid here. I mean, spare me if it sounds harsh. But we make them feel that हम कुछ कर रहे हैं आपके लिए. We are doing something great. And we are saying, अरे आप इतना balance नहीं. Does anybody say that to us as male? No. Then why can't we make it feel natural for them? That is the second barrier I feel, which our women counterparts feel. I think the third and probably the last one from my perspective is we are not able to celebrate the success which women bring to the table, and genuinely success. Again, there is that sympathetic bit which comes into play, but I think the celebration is not more like a partnership or more like a collaboration. It is more like, chalo, let's celebrate women being successful. Why should we celebrate women being successful? I mean, again, I'm coming from a thought process that you make them feel कि अरे आपने बहुत कुछ बड़ा किया है. नहीं, why can't you make it feel very natural? And that is when that natural celebration should come in. And I think that's the barrier which probably comes to my mind along with all others which you mentioned.
Quite interesting. Neha, I would like you to speak more on take the thread of last point which he said, equality. Because I remember you mentioning about it, and especially when you are working in the domain of law, and law is about justice, equality. So, of course, you share your experiences about barriers, overcoming it, but I mean this concept of equality, if you can ponder more upon it.
Shital, I guess when this appreciation thing goes to the normal, then we will be having the success. When this panel discussion is not required, redefining structure of the success of women, then we will be successful. So I guess like every other profession, my profession also has so many barriers. And if I'll start with the start. So we were allowed to practice in the court after 1923, when that act has come for that. So Ms. Saurabh was the first woman who graduated in law, but she was not allowed to practice. Then after so many battles, there was one legal practitioner, Women Act came, and then we were allowed again. So I am emphasizing on this allowed word again and again, because this should not be, no one owns us, okay? So we should not be allowing for that. And coming back to the barriers, so there are many barriers. If I'll talk about from my experiences only, it starts from the hiring process. Okay, So as Saurabh sir has very rightly mentioned that the perception कि ये कर ही नहीं सकती है. So when a girl is coming for the interview and when a guy is coming for the interview, so in our job, especially the litigation, and the criminal litigation, if I'll talk about, so there are unpredictable hours. You'll have to go to visit jail, you have to go to visit police station at odd hours, and there the person who is taking the interview, the senior, he thinks it would be not safe for a woman if I'll hire her. So I don't think so she'll be able to work more for me. So let's hire the guy. Maybe she can do more. Maybe she will bring to the table more than the guy. When I was there in this job, I was thrown by my senior, thanks to him. I really thank to him that I was thrown in the, like I was just, okay, jao tu Tihar jail ja, and just explore that. And so this perception is there. So this comes from the very beginning, from the hiring process. And then, of course, the safety. We are still not, we cannot say that we can stay out for late hours. And Delhi, I'm talking about, I'm there. So after 10 or 10:30, my mom starts calling me, where are you? And are you okay? And this and that. So that is there. So this safety barrier in the courts, if I'll talk about the court premises, this is very basic thing, but this is also a barrier where women are not going into the litigation. They want to sit in the corporate sector, they want to just sit in inside that precinct, just because why? Because the infrastructure of our courts, Delhi infrastructure is very good. Like we have the basic washrooms, we have the bar rooms, but if you'll go to the remote areas, if you'll go to the, I visited Agra family court last month, and I was looking for 20 minutes for a restroom. So these are the very basic barriers which stops us. So these are the points from, if I'll talk about from my front. And again, coming back to your thing, that equality. Equality, if I'll say, if a man, sir, has said that if I am making the tea and I am being appreciated, and my wife makes, it's like her job, okay? So this appreciation, when it comes to the normal, then we achieve the success, I think, yeah.
Interesting. Going back to Sarika, you are working for women, their health, hygiene. And I remember mentioning when we were introduced to each other, I remember that you mentioned that you are nurturing your 2 babies. One is your son and another is your startup. So please share your 3 babies. So I would like you to speak a little more about your personal experiences, as well as while working with women, what your experience is, because the domain that you are working, it's altogether a very different stigma that women experience. So please share a little more about it.
True, true. So I would like to take you to multiple factors to become, like, being an entrepreneur and, success, like, defining success. So first factor, I think the most important, and I'm privileged to have, is the support which I received from family. And let me take you through the example why I'm saying this, because like Meenakshi, after graduation, I also got an opportunity to work with MNC. I got placed from college and I was very happy with my job. And then I got married, and I always wanted to pursue my master's in US. It was my passion since beginning. And that's what my husband and my family supported me, my in-laws, because my husband was in India at that time. So they really supported me to pursue my master's, and when I went alone there for 2 years to pursue it. And at the time of master's only, I got an opportunity to work with Johnson & Johnson's, who wanted the innovation in the aesthetic of the menstrual hygiene product, sanitary pad, where I got the patent from them, which got worldwide. And when I came back to India, then I realized that, along with the aesthetics, there are multiple, social and, I don't want to go into technical, but, there are multiple factors that needs to be addressed. And that's how I started my venture, Cresa, where we are developing eco-friendly sanitary pads. So see, my journey started from support from my family, and that is a very major thing, I think, and a lot of women don't get that privilege to get support. So I think that should be very important factor everyone should consider. Second thing is the balancing. Definitely, I took out this topic at that time also, that our biological timing, progress timing, and our career progress timing both goes hand in hand. Everything goes like I had two kids, growing up two kids, and along with that, growing my venture. I never I never thought of becoming an entrepreneur. Technically, I have my family background is not into entrepreneurship. I'm first generation entrepreneur, but my passion of developing a new product, that made me an entrepreneur, and that's how I decided, to take this entrepreneurship ahead at any cost. So that's how, like, when you are happy at your personal state, okay, I'm balancing my home, I'm balancing my kids very well. That's how you give more attention. You can give more attention to your personal professional thing. So balancing plays a major role in becoming successful. Third thing I want to mention, that giving time to yourself, that also plays a major role. Your balance, your mental health is your physical health, that also plays a major role in becoming a successful, being in the journey, having a successful entrepreneur journey. It's not only like becoming successful in your core, in your entrepreneurship or in your career. It's all about balancing your life and career both. That's what I feel.
Interesting. I can totally relate to what you said, because the session was little delayed, and I had my day plan, because it's Sunday. This is the only day which I get as a holiday, and I had my day plan. Okay, 1 o'clock I'll be free, 2 o'clock I'll reach home, and then this is the time that I'll be with my son. Now everything is delayed, so I had, while we were like listening to the previous session, I was texting my helper Tai that please stay for 1 more hour, please give him food, please prepare evening snacks. So I can totally relate to what you are saying.
I can imagine.
So Meenakshi, coming to you, you had your own career, as you just mentioned, and now then going back to a legacy business, being part of it, I mean, all of us or many of us will relate to it, that it's not easy. So how you are maintaining your own identity in this whole system? Please share about it.
Thanks for the question. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So, like you rightly said, I came from a corporate world to a male-dominated jungle, I would say. Real estate is really a male-dominated concrete jungle. So, till the time I was at the back end, it was all good. The moment I came to the front end, leading from the front, people would say, ki, one, we don't want to be bossed by a lady. And secondly, ye kya kar legi? When it's time to meet officials of the of government, of various corporations and all. So you're not taken seriously. That's one thing which I have realized. But and talking about legacy वो होती है, मुझे लगता है जो somebody is taking care of something, it's been handed over to you. You are supposed to take care of it in a better way, and still you don't have the enough authority to take care of. So that's what I experienced when I came into this real estate field. So my father-in-law had been in the business for the last, I would say that time 25, 30 years. And my husband started this real estate business. So initially I had my share of difficulties. When I used to go to the office, I managed to reach at like 12 in the afternoon because I had just delivered a baby. And I used to finish everything and just rush to office, and I was not taken seriously ki, she's coming to office only for some time, she'll just finish off her work and push back. So I had a very difficult time in proving myself, but I believe in one mantra, which is you need to plan and take time in sharpening your sword, and the cut that you inflict will give the outcome which is required. So in this real estate field, yes, I worked a lot, and in setting processes and systems. So as we all know that this industry is not it's not very compliance friendly. There was a era in real estate which was a pre-RERA and post-RERA. RERA has brought in a little compliance here. But from the start, when in 2010, when I joined this business, I had always focused on, processes, systems, documentation. And thankfully, because of all this, we progressed. I'll give you some examples. And in 2011-12, when we were to start a project and we needed finance from a reputed bank. So they did not give us finance because at that time we did not have our documents in place. It was all messy. So then during that time, I collected all the documents, had them in place, and we raised a loan. Initially, our funding was at 16-17%, and after we managed to raise a loan with a nationalized bank, it came down to 9.5%, which was a great, success for us at that time. And then that time, everybody realized that yes, bringing processes and systems in place is the way out. And thankfully, during RERA, we registered our projects like in the first 10-20 projects in Maharashtra. So I have always worked on systems and processes, and also talking on family supporting us. Yeah, of course, my family has also supported me in a very big way. I have been blessed to be surrounded by fierce warrior-like women, I would say. Right from my late grandmother to my mother to my mother-in-law, all have supported me. I don't have to worry about, whether the house is being managed or whether the kids are being managed. While I am at work, I am off to sites whenever I want. I have my day planned, and 11 to 8, I say I am the executive director of the company. Before 11, I am your mother, I am your daughter-in-law. Post 8, again, I come back to the same role. But between 11 and 8, I do whatever I have to, and that is required out of my role, because since I told you that from managing the back end to managing the front end, everything is actually, it's a very big role that I am playing here, and I cannot give an excuse. If I give an excuse, then I know everything will go for a toss. So that's how I manage the...
Excellent. As you just said that you are a woman of processes, systems, and I think that makes you a very good planner, and that's seen in your personal life as well, as you just mentioned. Like the next part of our conversation, because you all are market leaders, you are leading your own firm, your own startup or your own business. Like in our first session, we shared about our own journey, our own experiences. In second part, I will request you all to share more about how we are enabling others, our women peers or women colleagues, to to break their barriers. So if Meenakshi will request you to begin with this, and what you are doing in your own firm. I mean, you have your life sorted, but how you are helping others to sort their life.
So I'll give you an example here. 6 years back, I joined Cresa. That's a body of builders and developers in India. So that time they did not have a women's wing, and we were asked, because few of us were actually active in the real estate business. I recall having 5 other members with me, women members, who were actually requested to form a women's wing, and we searched upon data, and we got to know that there are 150 directors who are registered directors, women registered directors of the companies, real estate companies in Pune. So we approached them all, and thinking that, yeah, they must be, active in business. But we got to know that nahi, hum 10 ही लोग हैं जो active हैं business में. So then at that time we thought कि rather than forming a formal women's wing who will start functioning from the very start, we should start mentorship programs which will actually educate women in real estate of all the nuances of the real estate business. So that's when I got to meet a lot of people who shared their life experiences. We had technical workshops and non-technical ones also to educate all women in this real estate field. That's when I also got an idea that I can do this in my company also, because at that time I remember apart from me I had few women, some of them in accounts or some back-end job. But after starting the mentorship programs in my company and giving them hands-on experience and liberty and authority that is required. So today I have around 40% women working in the company, and I'm very proud saying that my CRM department, my legal department, HR is being led by women, and there are women in the senior leadership. This is at the CXO level I'm talking about, but there are women who are at the HOD levels leading design, planning, interior designing, and so many other things. And I myself, I am leading the sales and marketing of the company. So I think for women, you need to give them that liberty to balance their work and life in the company, one. And second, you should also provide them with a lot of opportunities to educate themselves in this real estate field. Like, for example, my company has sponsored the IIM Lucknow sales and marketing leadership course for me. We had sponsored the IIT Madras engineering and some technical course for our engineers to do, and out of them 4 were selected and 2 were women in that. So that's a great opportunity if you can provide education opportunities to the women working in the company. And there are maternity leaves which are given, and paid maternity leaves, because see, in a corporate sector it's very normal, because all this is structured, the leaves and everything is structured. But being in a real estate company, there are no leaves, there are no structuring, there is no structuring happening on that front. So it's only a cash rich and a capital rich business, I would say. And they don't think about women, or they don't think about now times are changing, but I think that giving them good opportunities to balance out their family life also is when we get women to actually contribute and bring success to the company.
Sarika, you are working with women. Do you interact with women on field? I mean, your direct customers, like share a little more about it.
Yeah, before coming to my professional one, while hearing the question, I just realized a day in my life start with women support. Like the major support, I stay close to my mother's house, so when she takes care of my kids, I can step out, to start my startup hustle every day. So my parents and my mother definitely. First one, then my maids, my caretaker, my kids' caretaker, all my personal life is getting helped by women, and I'm privileged and happy to have very strong women through whom I, get support. Coming to the my career one, like I mentioned, the product which I have developed, which is hot water flushable sanitary pad, biodegradable one. So we work with a lot of CSRs and NGOs, for the distribution and for in our product. So while distributing our product to schools, colleges, we do a lot of awareness sessions in schools for women. So we educate girls and women right from what your menstruation is. We start from there till how the sustainability and eco-friendly menstrual hygiene product does make impact to your life. So, we take a lot of awareness sessions to them. We teach them the exercises that you should do during menstruation. And we see the happiness. Like when we start our session, initially the girls are like, they don't talk about it. And, school going girls, like, 4th standard, 5th standard. And when we end the session, they come to us and then they, they talk about openly, like, all the things that they want to talk. मुझे भी ऐसे होता है, मला पण असं menstruation मध्ये असे, and we so feel happy that we made them talk about it. So that is the contribution I think we are doing to society along with our sustainable product. And I'm happy to say that our whole workforce is women currently. My team member, all team member are women. So I'm happy.
So glad to hear that. Neha, in your field, there are multiple stakeholders. I mean, a judiciary system, policy makers, your clients, family of clients. So there are different stakeholders, and at different layer you interact with different women. So while you share your process of enabling women around you, please ponder upon all these stakeholders if possible.
That's fast. That's really like, okay. So, very first I'll start with being a first generation lawyer. I know the difficulty of coming into this particular litigation and not having any godfather. So I make sure that whoever coming to intern under me or whoever is my associate, I encourage them, I am accessible to them for everything, for anything, whatever they need. So I am there for them. So I make sure in respect with that part. And then when it comes to the family, I take care of many criminal and family matters. So there comes some 376 like very heinous crimes matter also, and family matters also. So there I do talk to the women who are either the victim or they are being making some allegation against. So there I make sure I do talk, and it's not about only there are some laws in respect with the protection for the women and how they are being misused by women. So I make sure if any case comes to me in respect with anything and I see that whatever is happening, I do tell to them that this is a shield has been given to you. Don't make this as a sword. So there also equality comes when we protect our men also from these kind of acquisition. So there I make sure these awareness has to be there. And then if I'll come to the administration of the judiciary, I have gone through a major so many things, and there I have heard advices not so required that madam कहाँ घूम रहे हो आप आराम से बैठो एसी में कहाँ आप चक्करों में पड़ रहे हो. So there I make sure to make a stand and to say that this field does not belong to the men or something. We are here. So I make sure to make my point everywhere. I make sure that a woman should be aware about her rights and not misusing the rights. So I do that on my part.
Great. Saurabh, you are heading a people division in your company. You have written in your LinkedIn bio that you are an enabler. So from a corporate perspective or for any firm perspective, what is role of somebody like you in empowering, different stakeholders like Meenakshi, me or Neha or Sarika in that company?
Sure. Thanks, Shital. And on the lighter note, in my profession, I have to make my presence felt. So, I think there have been 3 roles which I think I've been playing. And Shital, to your question, I don't think I've played any role in empowering somebody. They're already empowered. So I come from that thought process. We got to be allies, advocates, and partners. So these are 3 roles which we as men are expected to play if we need to have an equitable society. So that is one. Second, I do not believe in making decisions on behalf of my opposite gender, in personal or professional space. I have been privileged to be reporting to a woman for last 18 years, except the current role where I report into a man. I've always reported into a woman, which made me feel empowered because we could understand each other much better because we appreciated our roles in our personal and professional space. The next bit is we got to be active listeners and we also got to be active speakers whenever we have opportunity to speak about equality. Next is, in the role of being a partner, I have advocated changing gender-specific roles in personal and professional space. Our children look at us and they start learning. We have consciously made changes to our lifestyle where even sweeping the floor is done by me because that's what my son will see and will start appreciating. And this is a conscious thing. So I think consciously we have to make these changes to our roles where personal biases get faded away, and then we move towards an equitable environment. So going back, I think it is being an ally, being a partner, and being an advocate in this journey of empowering each other. And I think we have to look at changing the entire fabric of the society. But then it has to start with me. That is what I believe in. If I start with myself, if my son replicates what I'm doing, then I think I've started in that journey, which is tremendously difficult, but not impossible.
Interesting. Neeraj, you want to go forward? Okay. So I'll just put a closure to our discussion. I think Saurabh started the discussion with defining job roles. I think this whole scenario of women, even in the previous panel, they discuss about CSR, sports, toilet, safety, girl child, everything was related to women. So I think a lot is being done for them, but what they really need and the choice of role, I mean, be it at home or be it at job, do I have the choice to define my role will be the first thing that will enable them is what we conclude today. And you all have, Neha and even Meenakshi mentioned the support system, or even Sarika mentioned about the support system. I think that push is also required, and that supporting ecosystem is going to be very crucial when they want to enable, women want to enable themselves. The three, I think Saurabh has habit of putting things in 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll also take the, learn it from him. So empathy is very important. Giving a platform to share their thoughts, experiences is very important. And most important is your consciousness. As a leader or as a partner or as a startup owner, you're conscious, or even as a life partner, your conscious is very important. I think if we follow this, the life will be very easy for women around us. Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Just before you go, just wait, hang on. I'll request all the panelists, moderators, not only of the panel sessions, but also the breakout sessions today afternoon, to please come on stage. A lot of hard work has gone, and members of the advisory board, if you can come and felicitate them on our behalf. And Dr. Milind Pandey sir, who is the Pro Vice Chancellor of MIT World Peace University, the Alumni Association Board of Directors, if you can come and felicitate all of them. It'll take 2 minutes, but all of our moderators and panelists have spared what n number of hours ideating over this, deliberately connecting internally between each other, that deserve a big hand. Thank you so much. The panels were meant to be either a torchlight or a mirror, but hopefully they have served their purpose. Siddhant, please come.